Congratulations to this year's Cornell Cup winners, the Fighting Iris. The first years have set the fourth years in the thrilling final game.
The fourth years caused quite the controversy at the Cornell Cup when they refused to let Dr. Viv Cho play on their hockey team. This brings us to a segment we like to call Really, with Shannon and Deepak.
Really, Samurais? You really wouldn't let Viv Cho play on your Cornell Cup team? Really? You do realize that the Cornell Cup is part of the spirit competition, right? You know how not to win the spirit competition? Crushing someone's spirit, I mean really.
Really. And I would expect this from our class because we're kind of known for being assholes. But if you guys can't maintain your reputation of being teacher-loving, ass-kissing brown-nosers, then what identity do you have left? I mean really.
And Viv Cho is not even a bad hockey player. What are you, Team Canada all of a sudden? And the Cornell Cup is supposed to be fun. I mean, our team let this one play.
Yeah, and I can't even skate.
Really?
Really, and did you think this wasn't in poor taste? I mean, we asked Dr. Hovis, and even he thinks you guys are being pricks. I mean, really.
And half of your team wasn't even in your class. Let's talk about your goalie for a second. Is it really fair if the person in net is bigger than the actual net itself? Seriously, that guy was more juiced up than the entire cast of Jersey Shore, really.
Really? And what about that 3-foot midget you had on your team? I mean, that guy was vicious. I had to elbow him in the spleen when nobody was looking just to keep him. That was whose son? Really?
Really.
Really? Well, he's an exceptional hockey player. Really, Lyndon and Debbie should be very proud. Really.
So back to the fourth years. While we're on the topic, are you really not doing anything for Skit Night? I mean, you're in fourth year. You're not under any pressure. It's not like anyone actually expects you to do well.
Kind of like our class in the Cornell Cup.
Or Deepak in clinic.
If you guys are worried about embarrassing yourselves, I can assure you that it can't really be any worse than the second years were at Skit Night last year. I mean, really.
And apparently after Lyndon Jones reamed them out for sucking at Skit Night last year, the second years complained to Dr. Spafford.
Ooh, look at me, I'm Dr. Spafford. I'm so considerate of people's thoughts and their feelings. You know what, Dr. Spafford? The fact that you're so much more considerate about other people makes me feel like I'm a bad person. So if you care about my feelings, you're gonna start treating people like crap. Really.
Really.
And thus concludes another session of Really with Deepak and Shannon.
Changing gears for a second, it's time for us to talk about a division in optometry. It's a divide that exists in every class. We all know it's there, but nobody seems to talk about it. Like in our class, on one hand, you have people like Joanna Yu, Letty Ji Chung Lao, and Henry Wei Hang Wong. And there's tension between people like them and people like Avery Van Dam, Paul Roulette, and Ryan Smith.
I'm sorry, this wasn't in the script at all.
It's about time we mention this, guys. We're all thinking it.
No, we're not. I'm definitely not thinking it.
No, seriously, why don't these two groups of people get along? What's the one difference you notice about them? Yes, the divide I'm talking about is Ontarians versus non-Ontarians. People from out of province versus people from Ontario. It divides every class here in optometry. Wait, what did you think I was talking about?
Nothing.
Oh, Shannon. That's offensive. Anyways, non-Ontarians, I know that you guys hate Ontario because we never smile, and because we sell our milk in bags, and because we don't acknowledge your existence, and that's fine. And on the other hand, Ontarians, I know we know we're awesome, but maybe we could be a little bit more open-minded. You know what, guys? At the end of the day, we're all Canadian. We have free healthcare, great beer, and the greatest hockey team in the world. Bottom line, what I'm saying, at the end of the day, it could be worse. We could be from the US. That's all for tonight. So for Weekend Update, I'm Deepak Maltani.
And I'm Shannon Hernandez.
Good night and have a pleasant tomorrow.